Good morning. Today we're going to be graphing equations in standard form. Remember, on the last section we graphed equations that were in slope-intercept form. Standard form is an equation that's ax plus by is equal to 6 to c. An example is 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. This, when the x's and the y's are on one side and the numbers on the other side, we call that standard form. In order to be able to graph this, we're going to have to convert this into the slope-intercept form. And once we place it in this format, we can identify the slope, the y-intercept, and we can graph it. So let's look at example number 1. We have 2x minus 3y is equal to 6. So we want to be able to leave the y by itself. We want to solve for y. I'm now going to move my 2x to the right hand side. And it's a positive right now. It's going to become a negative. We have negative 3y. Don't forget about the negative. The negative belongs to the 3. So we have a negative 3y. The 2x becomes a negative 2x. And then we have a positive 6. We want to leave the y by itself, so we're going to divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. The negative 3's cancel. We have y is equal to negative and negative using your triangle. When we are dividing a negative and a negative, is going to give us a positive. So we have positive 2 over 3 x. A positive divided by a negative will give me a negative 2. So now that we have it in this format, and if you notice it's a very quick process, you just move the right to the right, becomes the opposite, divide, 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 and now it's in the format. 2 steps. Move it to the other side and divide. I'm going to highlight my y-axis, same thing that we've done before. Highlight my y-intercept. My first point has to be on the y-axis, and that is negative 2. That's where the line will cross the y-axis. My slope is positive, so I'm going to go up and to the right. Up, 1, 2, and to the right, 1, 2, 3. And if I have more space, I can do it once again from this point, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. I'm going to connect the dots and make a full line. Now notice that if you wanted to do the opposite, down into the left, down into the left, down 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you still end up with the same line. I'm going to make sure that I graph this correctly. So I'm going to write the word slope on the line. It's positive, and my slope is positive, so it does match. The slope of the graph is positive, the slope of the equation is positive, which is perfect. Let's go and do the same thing for letter B. I'm going to go and draw the line, move my 4x to the right. That's going to become a positive. 3y is equal to, it was a negative, becomes a positive 4y minus 9. 4x minus 9. Now I'm going to divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. The 3's cancel. So we have y is equal to 4 over 3x positive. Negative divided by positive is going to be negative 3. I'm going to graph it the same way. Use my highlighter to highlight the y-axis. I'm going to highlight my y-intercept. My first point has to be on the y-axis at negative 3. That's where the line will cross the y-axis. Now my slope is positive 4 over 3, so I'm going to go up 4 and to the right 3. Remember, if it's negative, you go down into the right. If it's positive, you go up into the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let me see if I have enough space for another point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And you can do the opposite if you want. 1, 2, 3. Don't have enough space. I'm going to go and draw the line. You can also use your ID. I need to be able to have straight lines all the way through. and make sure to place arrows on both sides. I'm going to write the word slope on the line. If I'm writing the word slope up, that means that's going to be positive, and the slope of the line of the equation is also positive, so that's match. It is important that you highlight on your y-axis, and that once you finish, you write the word slope to make sure that you have the right graph. If the word is going down and this is positive, you know that there's something wrong. Let's continue with example number 2. We are going to be graphing. It's on standard form, so in order to be able to graph it, I want to be able to convert into slope-intercept form. I'm going to move my 5x to the right. It's going to become a negative. So we have y is equal to negative 5x and then plus 3. Some of you guys are writing 3 plus 5x minus 5x, which is incorrect. You want to be able to move it to the very beginning before the 3, so you can have it on slope-intercept form. Now this is a 1, so we're done. We don't need to divide by 1. So from here we can go and graph it. I'm going to highlight my y-axis, highlight my y-intercept, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. Now my slope is negative 5. I want to be able to convert into a fraction so I can graph it. So I'm going to place it over 1. It's negative, so that means I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 1. Remember, if it's positive, you go up and to the right. In this case, it's negative, so I'm going to go down and to the right. You always go to the right. I'm going to go and make a full line. And if I write the word slope on the line, it's going down, so that means my slope should be negative, and it is. I'm going to try letter B. I'm going to draw the line. I'm going to move my 2x to the right. It's going to become a negative. Gives me negative 5y is equal to, remember to write down your x first, and then plus 10. I'm going to divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5. Cancels. Y is equal to positive 2 over 5x minus 2. Remember, negative and negative is going to be a positive. Positive and negative is going to be a negative. You're using your triangle because you are dividing. I'm going to go and highlight my y-axis, highlight my y-intercept. The line is going to cross the y-axis at negative 2, 1, 2. My slope is positive, so I'm going to go up and to the right. Up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can try once again, but I don't have enough space. Or I can do the opposite, down and to the left, down 2 to the left, 2, 4, 5. And that will give me my full line. You want to make sure that you place lines all the way through, arrows on both sides. I'm going to write the word slope on the line. If it's positive, it should be going up. This is the slope for this graph is positive. The slope for the equation is positive, so it matches. Go ahead and try example numbers 3 and 4. See what you get and we can compare answers. Go ahead and pause it. Great. Let's go ahead and try example number 3. On example number 3, we have 3x that we need to move to the right. It's on standard form. We want to be able to convert into slope-intercept form. We have negative 4y is equal to negative 3x. That's a positive 8. Now we need to be able to divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. That cancels. So negative and negative is going to become a positive. Positive and negative becomes a negative. My y-intercept is negative 2, and it's going to cross the graph on the y-axis at negative 2. My slope is positive, so it means I'm going to go up into the right. Remember, if it's positive, you go up into the right. If it's negative, you go down into the right. This case is positive, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have enough space for another one, but I can do the opposite. Down to the left. Down 3 to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to just go and do the 2 points, that's fine. That'll be sufficient for this class. Go and draw the line all the way through. Arrows on both sides. Now, I want to double check to make sure that I get it correct. So I want to write the word slope on the line. The slope for this line is positive, and for the equation is positive, so it matches. Now, if you get stuck with letter B, it might be that you did not write your invisible one. But let's go and work it out. I'm going to go and draw the line. I'm going to move my 2x to the right, becomes a negative. So I have negative 1y is equal to negative 2x. That becomes a positive 5. Now I'm going to divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. That cancels, so y is equal to negative divided by negative will be positive 2x. Positive divided by negative will be negative 5. I'm going to go and highlight my y-axis. My y-intercept is negative 5, so the graph will cross the y-axis at negative 5. My slope is 2. I'm going to place it over 1 in order to be able to graph it, convert it to a fraction. It's positive, so I'm going to go up into the right. Up 2 to the right 1. 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 I'm going to go and make a full line. I'm going to write the word slope on the line. It's going up, so my slope is positive. That matches.